Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for deep analysis of Bitcoin and price prediction, of course, based on Elliott Wave analysis. Don't forget to support the channel with a like and subscribe for more updates, and leave your comments and question below. I would be glad to answer it. So with the deep analysis for this week, of course we have some changes here. We have some additional scenarios. We have some scenarios which are gone. And we're gonna see, of course, both scenarios between bullish and the bearish one. So let's see what's gonna happen. And starting, of course, before we go so far with the possibility, I'm gonna start with the monthly. Just another mention of the cycle, and I want to show you. Of course, the bearish and the bullish scenario, which are the main scenarios on the monthly chart. So, starting on the monthly chart, where we can see, of course, most of the cycles here, it has started to rise up in an impulse, where we can see clearly a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, then a correction, then another impulse, and a correction, and another impulse, and then a correction. Now in this cycle, of course, we can see that there are 5 waves towards the upside. Sorry, we are looking for 5 waves towards the upsides. So far we have reached 3 waves and then a 4th here exactly. We are looking, of course, for one more wave towards the upside, where we can see almost a start of a green candle formation here, that it might reach towards this 5th wave for Bitcoin. So this is your bullish scenario, of course, where we are looking for the wave 5 of a final impulse touching exactly this curve prices during all cycle history. And then, of course, we are looking to move towards the downside to touch the fibs level, the common fib levels always for every cycle at 0.78 and 0.886. So possibly that we might reach this high before the start of 2025, possibly maybe even in the beginning of the 2025. It is also very possible. Yeah, so these are the things. Now the scenario where you are bearish is that this correction might not be enough after a very big impulse here as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You want to see 3 corrective waves, maybe bigger corrective waves, and most possibly, of course, yeah, that you want to have an ABC correction, where your wave C want to reach, of course, at the 1-to-1 fib level taken from the start of the A here to the end of the A and to the base point of the B here, where you can get the 1-to-1 fib level as a regular flat, hitting exactly 22,200. So this might be very, very possible in case we see some very strong trend from here. Of course, if we are bearish, we need to see some really good indications that it tells, okay, we are bearish, we are heading to this massive impulse towards the downside, of course, as 5 waves. You need to see 5 waves here as well going down, reaching this level. However, the possibility, of course, is still low for this scenario. We're gonna explain the possibility in a few moments. So that was it for the monthly. If we go now to the daily, on the daily chart, we can see, of course, now yeah, the possibilities that we had the last week. For example, there is one possibility that it is gone totally, which is our triangle, which is do not exist at the end. It has been invalidated officially, right? So as you can see, the invalidation has been hit now, right? Which is this triangle do not exist anymore. That's perfect. We can remove this scenario from the table. And even we can remove it here in the possibilities, where we said, okay, finishing wave E in a triangle, we don't need that anymore. So Before going in the new scenarios, I just want to mention, of course, a little bit about the other ones. So let's start with the bearish scenario and the possibilities to go very down with a wave C, massive wave C on the monthly chart that we saw. So before going into this, first, of course, we have, as we said, this a monthly chart where we can see here the end of the cycle, of the last cycle. Here it has ended exactly on this high, and then we saw 3 waves towards the downside, and now we are looking at 3 waves towards the upside. Currently we are still 3 waves towards the upside. Of course, it's gonna remain 3 in case we don't get any high, right, for a wave 5. Therefore, if we have 3 waves down, 3 waves up, we want to see 5 waves towards the downside as a wave C. If you have a wave C here, okay, then this means you want to see 5 waves. Your first wave is, of course, should be impulsive, or motive waves, where we can see here an expanding diagonal, right? And then after this, we can see an ABC. Your expanding diagonal works as a wave 1, and your wave 2 is an ABC flat. Of course, so far, has reached almost the fib levels for a wave 2. So this is our scenario where your wave 2 has reached exactly the common box, green box for a wave 2. And of course, in that case, we can consider as well that this is an impulse already finished. It could be possibly. Everything could be ready for a bearish scenario, of course. Now, of course, the problem with it is this expanding diagonal, which is very, very rare that it works before finishing all possibilities. By all means, if there are any possibilities here as ABC or ABC as a flat, for example, if this is working, then okay, the diagonal might not be considered as diagonal, as expanding diagonal, right? And so far, we still have possibilities which are still playing now, currently. And before it is invalidated, these possibilities in the bearish, then okay, we can call this diagonal, right? Okay, so what are those possibilities? The first possibility, of course, is a zigzag, right? Where we have here a zigzag ABC, and then we are looking for a zigzag towards the upside. So if I remove this now and I put this one, we can see our scenario here, sideways correction, which it is A, B, and a C finishing this correction here. Then we are looking to another ABC as a zigzag. We want to hit exactly the 1-to-1 fib level at 68,500 almost. And of course, after this, we want to see another zigzag. Now this WXY can range even until the 2025. It is very possible to range, because even, if we take the time of the wave 2 in relation with the wave 4, almost we did not hit yet the double time of a wave 2. And normally, a wave 4 can range at least double time of wave 2. And here we go. So it can even range much more far than this, right? To finish a wave Y here, and then move up after it for a wave 5 towards the upside. Now another scenario is finishing, of course, an expanding flat, where we have here an ABC, right? And then A, B, and a C towards the upside, finishing, of course, a wave C as an expanding flat. Now this expanding flat, of course, should be in diagonal shape, as you can see, because of the price action before here do not really allow for an impulse, because an impulse you need a wave 3, and your wave 3 is already higher than 1.618. Therefore, you can only get a contracting diagonal, right, in that way, which we are in a very good path so far for it. So if this is a contracting diagonal for an expanding flat wave C, what you want to see, of course, after hitting this higher high, and yeah, because it is here looking like a zigzag and a zigzag down, you want to see also a zigzag up. So this possibility now is getting a little bit high just by seeing a zigzag formation even here. So what you want to see next is, of course, another zigzag formation and another one towards the upside, finishing this diagonal at 1.618 at 77,370. So we can say that this diagonal shape in a flat is also increasing in possibility now because of the zigzag formation until a formation of something else. Now, yeah, after this, after hitting, of course, this flat in wave C, you want to see also a zigzag towards the downside, finishing this WXY, of course, and it's gonna need even, yeah, time until the new year, of course, to finish this WXY. And after finishing it, we're gonna see, of course, yeah, higher high again for a wave 5. This scenario even can start to unfold or to give us a wave 5, to a start of a wave 5, even in the middle of December 2024. This is possible as well. So yeah, these are the scenarios. Now, one more scenario as WXY, which is very, very close to finish, by the way, is another another zigzag here where we can see ABC, right? Then ABC as running flat this time, as running flat, and then A, B, and a C hitting, of course, lower than the last low, right? And hitting the 46,290. In that case scenario, you are looking, of course, for a several structures here as zigzag, running flat, then expanding flat, right? Because this looks like now like a zigzag, and we still need one leg towards the upside to say this is an impulse, it's still looking now like a zigzag. So if we start to see lower prices, this opens also a possibility where we can see here ABC running flat, another expanding flat here. Okay, so this is our new bearish scenario, which it has unfolded, of course, after having this this price action this week, right? Because we do not yet see any impulse, right? We see only 3 waves towards the upside now. It is very possible as well that, of course, that we get an expanding flat in a wave C towards the downside. Therefore, here an expanding flat could have the highest possibility so far. Of course, also finishing a zigzag as well and sideways is also very high in possibility. It means once we hit the 1-to-1 flip level, this scenario is done, right? So we are very close to hit this, by the way. Yeah. So it still both have very, very high possibilities. So we're gonna put here 40 as well. Okay. 40, we are still 40, of course. We are still less than 50% because we tend to be much more bullish, of course, because also the bullish scenarios are very, very strong. So let's talk about the bullish scenarios. These are those were the bearish scenario, where we have, of course, a 40% for wave C in expanding flat and 40% to finish the zigzag. I mean, the zigzag is very, very close anyway to finish it. Yeah, but once we finish the wave C, if we get the wave C in a zigzag, in a 4-5 like this, then this is considered 5 waves towards the upside, and then it invalidates both scenarios together. Okay, so then we will be left with only one scenario here, okay, which is yeah, it could be a WXY, okay, the longer one. We're gonna still have, of course, only the expanding flat. Okay, okay, that is here, expanding flat, wave C. We have to say also, okay, we have 2 expanding flat here. I'm lost. Okay, so we need to add one more here. So wave C, smaller expanding flat, because we have 2 expanding flat scenarios in WXY, close to finish. Okay, this one is very close to finish. So we have two expanding flat scenario in WXY, where we have this flat here, I mean A, B, and a C, and we have now this one, A, B, and a C. Okay, so both are expanding flats. So yeah, we have to play on the English a little bit. So this one, which is close to finish, is a 40%. That means this one is currently less. Okay, this is a even 25, to be honest. Yeah. It's too soon to judge this. However, yeah. So here we go. So the closest bearish scenario is, of course, finishing a wave zigzag. If wave zigzag is finished directly like this in one and keeps the structure as 3 waves, that would be not nice for the bullish scenarios, right? Because it's gonna keep this looking as 3 waves towards the upside, and then moving impulsively with a wave C towards the downside. So as a bullish, let's move with the bullish scenarios, where we can see, of course, our 100K scenario, which is still playing very well. We have our big bullish scenario, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's why it has the possibility, because it is the oldest scenarios here on the ground. Okay, so it is the oldest one, and it's still playing and still looking good. Therefore, it is always the highest possibility for our bullish scenarios, where we are looking for a wave 5 hitting almost the 100K. Everything is fine here. As you can see, the lowest low in your wave 5 has reached the 0.5. Very good for a wave 4. You don't want to come here and hit the 0.618, which is kind of invalidation. However, don't forget that also touching the 0.618 without getting inside the zone of wave 1 is not really official invalidation. So even if wave 4 goes deeper and hits this 0.618, it's not officially in an invalidation before it, of course, hit the zone wave 1. So what we are looking at, of course, is a wave F5 here, a formation of 1, 2, where your wave 2 has hit exactly the 0.78. That is a perfect fit for a wave 2. After that, we are looking for a wave 3 towards the upside, and we want to see 4 and 5. Now your wave 3 towards the upside need to be also as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we already see a 1, 2 here. The 2 has hit exactly the 0.38 fib level. So if that is your 1, 2, then this is your 3 of wave 3, right? By all means, if this is your wave 3 of big wave 3, then you need to be a little bit more faster in momentum, right? You want to see big candles like the one we see before here, right? And here, we need to see a very fast, even here inside the correction, we saw even a little bit faster momentum, right? So we want to see something like this that we didn't yet saw in Bitcoin this week. However, we reached some high prices, but yeah, the momentum was not really helpful. Unless we are still looking for one wave 4 and 5 to finish, of course, this zigzag as well, where we can see here A, B, and a C. Your wave C need to be anyway 5 waves towards the upside. So therefore, possibilities are very still high for a wave C, of course, as a zigzag, and also in that, by all means, we want to see here a 4, 5 towards the upside. So in that case scenario, if we get an impulse here, okay, 5 waves, then of course it might be that this is again the formation of double 1, 2, where we can see here 1, 2, and 1, 2, and then move up massively and impulsively towards the upside. So yeah, by all means, our bullish scenario for the 100K is a very good in shape still, and we are still looking, of course, for continuation towards the upside a little bit, and then a formation, of course, of a 5 waves, and after 3 waves down, and then moving up massively and explosively. In your wave C of a zigzag, which is very, very close to finish, we already mentioned this, so no need to repeat it. Of course, we are still looking just for a 4-5 to finish it, so it has very high possibility, 70%. Then your waves C, they are going to shape in a flat. It is also very, very high possibility, yeah, to continue towards the upside. So if we are talking here about the flat, so I'm gonna add another fib level here for the flat. Let's see if that is gonna change. Expanding a flat wave C. Yes. So we have some difference, so it is necessarily to have it. So your wave flat, your wave C in a flat, A, B. Oh my God, was trading A, B, C. Trading views sometimes lag by itself, like especially when drawing. So A, B, and C. Your wave C wants to hit this zone, all right, before reaching your wave 3 target. Okay, so we have some targets or levels to hit before, or to break before we reach our wave 3. If your wave C here reach, for example, 72,100, we see some rejection, so it is very, very possible that your wave C has stopped here, and then we are moving with our bearish scenario for another zigzag towards the downside. So by all means, we are separated by 2 bearish scenarios until we reach our wave 3. We have the first one here as a zigzag, which is very close to finish, by the way. After this, we might see a bearish scenario. Okay, we might see, but it could also play as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we see impulse for a zigzag, it means this is a bearish scenario, right? If we see 3 waves down, then this is your wave 2. Okay. So after having a wave 2 here, you don't want to have 4, 5. Okay, you don't want to see this if you are bullish. Okay, if we get a 4, 5, then definitely this is impulse. That means we're going up a little bit, then boom, another zigzag, finishing again the WXY. Okay, in case we keep wave 2 like this, and then of course towards the upside. So this is your first scenario separating us from continuing towards the upside. Your second scenarios here, of course, that as explained before, we have A, B, and a C. Okay, so once we break those levels, okay, then we can say, okay, we are clear to go higher and higher for 100K, right? Before this, we cannot say we are 100% in a bullish run or bull run, okay? Because we still have some level to break, okay? And I'm saying this, of course, I heard someone wrote me, yeah, it looks we are in a very nice bull run. Probably, very probably, but yes, as I replied, we still have some level to break. So these are the levels that we need to break. Now, of course, your time, okay, we break those, and then boom, we are in wave 3, done. That's it? I mean, yeah, this is kind of trading. However, it doesn't mean that you don't have to trade this, right? All of it. Remember, in the educational video, that's why those educational videos are there. And yeah, do you know how to trade this, right? In such situations where it might reverse into bearish, yeah? Don't forget your TPs, 1, 2, 3, whatever it is, yeah? So basically for me, this represents TP1, TP2, TP3, yeah? TP4 even, okay? So yeah, this is how the things works. Alright, so this is our bullish scenario. I mean, there is no other bullish scenario than this one, which is our wave 5. There is nothing there. This is all, I mean, even now the bearish scenarios are a little bit bullish. We need to go up to get bearish. We need here also to get up to get bearish. We need to get up to get bearish, okay? So this is the idea now, unless there is this one working now as a B, and a C in a flat. By the way, let's have some let's have some fib levels of a flat wave B. Your flat expanding flat. Yeah, as you can see, your expanding flat wave B need to touch the 1.0.505 and the 1.23 fib levels, which are very, very close, to be honest. So if we go back here to our wave C, yes, we're gonna keep this here, okay, as indication that your wave B has touched the fib level required for a wave B in expanding flat, which is uncommon. Normally it even projects even more. So yeah, we'll see. So that's, yeah, this is look like in a very good scenario as well so far. So we need to watch this. We need to watch this. If we see an impulse here, exactly in this way, let's go a little bit in the 1 hour chart. Yes. Okay, in the 1 hour chart we start to see there is a zigzag so far until now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Then A, B, C. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Yeah. So far it is a zigzag. Okay. So far it is a zigzag. However, if we take the fib levels for a zigzag here, we can see, that we still have a little bit to finish the 1-to-1 fib level, right? So possibly, that we dip to the 65,300. By the way, I mentioned this yesterday in the intraday. If we dive deeper than 65,250, something like this, it was, because my analysis was a little bit, my fib level was not very sharp, because we didn't have this wave, but I was just predicting the price. So exactly this is the price now. If we dive deeper than 65,335, that would be an indication that we are in an impulse. Okay, guys, where we see now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, where boom, we break this zigzag fib level. If we are still correction, then we want to turn back towards the upside after hitting, of course, this fib level. So that's it for the deep analysis, guys. I hope that you like it. If you want me to recap, of course, I can do this in a very fast way. So if we are bearish, okay, we have 3 scenarios or 4 even scenarios. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on a daily chart where we are looking for a massive wave C towards the upside. Very, very low possibility. Before getting to this scenario, of course, we need to finish the scenario where we are ABC as running flat, and then ABC as expanding flat. If we see lower prices than this, then we are in a expanding diagonal, for 1, 2 in a wave C on the monthly chart. Another scenarios where we have A, B, and a C, we have a zigzag, and then we are looking for another zigzag in 2025, of course, and then moving up towards the upside. Another scenario also is where we are, we are having here a finished zigzag as well, A, B, C, and we are looking for a flat. Your flat wave C need to be a diagonal. After this, you want to look for a zigzag again, and of course moving up again. If we are bullish from now, then we have hit already our wave 4 lower low, and we are ready to move up with an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now you need to break all the levels before for every bearish scenario until we hit the wave 3, and then continue for a 4-5 towards the 100K. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and I wish you to have a nice weekend. See you in the next videos. Bye bye.